Welcome to episode 16 of Tunnelz. In this episode, we're going to explore the Silvertown Tunnel. This is a new road tunnel being dug in London. This is to relieve congestion from the Blackwall Tunnel. Considering how busy a Blackwall Tunnel is, this tunnel is very needed. The main issue is on the roads leading up to the Blackwall Tunnel, there's 3 lanes, and the Blackwall Tunnel itself has 2 lanes, and the traffic is absolute chaos. So this new Silvertown Tunnel is 2 tunnels, both with 2 lanes each. One going to be a bus lane, and the other one's going to be a car lane. So that should now mean the 3 lanes leading up to Blackwall now have 3 lanes of tunnel to go under the river for cars. However, with that said, there's probably going to be loads more traffic using this now, and the roads leading up to the tunnel are probably now going to get very busy as these roads leading up to the tunnel are not being widened. Let's take a look at the route of the tunnel. This tunnel starts in Silvertown. This is where the slope shaft starts off from where it will connect to the roads down to the tunnel. Then it goes into the first section of the tunnel. This first section is not bore dug. When you see the tunnel, it looks very different. Then it goes into the tunnel boring machine bore dug section and goes underneath the river. Then it goes across underneath the car parks of the O2, then comes out near the main road where there's the slope shaft leading up to the main roads to the Blackwall Tunnel approach. So let's now go and explore it. We start off over in Silvertown, and here I am on the slip road outside of the tunnel. Let's go into the tunnel and see where it goes. So going into the tunnel, and you see that this first part of the tunnel is square. So this is a cut and cover section where they dug down then built up this square tunnel, leading into the main part of the tunnel. Beyond the square part is along to the next part of the tunnel. This part is still not dug with a tunnel boring machine. This one's dug using other methods and then concreted over. So let's now walk through this part of the tunnel. And along to the section where the tunnel boring machine was lowered down the shaft to dig the tunnel. This section here will most likely be turned into a vent shaft when the tunnel completes. And you can see beyond this part is the bore dug section, the part of the tunnel dug by a tunnel boring machine. So there, we now enter into the tunnel boring machine dug part of the tunnel. You can see that this part is made up of segments which the tunnel boring machine inserted. Sadly, I did not manage to explore this tunnel when the tunnel boring machine was in situ. I would have loved to have seen the tunnel boring machine, and surprisingly, this tunnel boring machine actually dug this tunnel incredibly quickly. I was surprised how quick they got it dug. And when the tunnel boring machine was on site, they had lots of extra security. This is because of protesters. Several groups had done protests about the digging of the new tunnel, and because of that, loads of security about. And I attempted trying to get into this tunnel 4 different times, and all 4 of those times I got caught. So sadly, I did not manage to explore this tunnel till after the tunnel boring machine has now been removed. Notice there's lots of cross passages. These cross passages were dug after the tunnel boring machine finished its journey. These cross passages are there so if there's a fire in the tunnel, people in their cars can exit their cars then transfer across to the other tunnel. All road tunnels have this. So continuing along through the tunnel boring machine dug part of the tunnel, I'm now going under the river. So I'm now right in the middle of the tunnel. I'm currently standing at the middle of the river. The tunnel has stopped going downhill at this point and it's now started to go uphill back up to the other side.
What the fuck?
Let's now take a look at the construction vehicles in this tunnel. And notice this alarm they've got on the side. Looks like an alarm that you'd find in a lift. That's odd. So heading up towards the Blackwall side of the tunnel and along to a digger.
There's no window. There's no window.
And in all these tunnel boring machine projects, there's always alarms checking for the air quality. One of these alarms is beeping as it's got a sensor fault. So the alarm is beeping to warn people that it's not actively able to check for carbon monoxide. Also notice in this tunnel, there's lots of first aid stations for if you have an injury. Also there's emergency oxygen masks, which the workers have to put on if the alarms beep to say there's carbon monoxide. So along to this cross passage here, which is painted green. Is that the colour it's going to be when the tunnel's open? It could be actually, to show people that it's an emergency exit, or emergency escape across to the other tunnel. So then we can now see that we're reaching the end of the tunnel to where it comes out on the Blackwall side. And here we are out on the other side of the tunnel. You can see that they're currently building a slit road down into the tunnel itself. And now we go along to this section. I'm not sure what this platform is. It seems like this platform moves across. It looks like it's there so I can pull the concrete over to create a roof of this cut and cover part of the tunnel. Let's climb up onto this platform and take a look at it. So then back down to the slit road and let's now walk back through the tunnel the other direction. And this time we go across at the cross passage to walk across the other one of the two tunnels. So let's go and explore the other one of the two tunnels, heading back to Silvertown.
There's a red light on that. That's weird.
And along we go to this weird bridge section. So we're doing some building works below the main roadway, so I built this bridge for construction vehicles to get across. And there is a traffic light. There's also a pedestrian light, and what's weird is when you walk to the side of the bridge, pedestrian lights go green and the traffic lights for vehicles go red, which is a slightly odd way of doing it, but hey, I guess it does the job. Notice they've got these beam sensors here to make the traffic light turn red when pedestrians walk along the side of the bridge.
It's green, stand in front of it, red.
So then, now we go along to a second bridge. And along we go to this very interesting vehicle. This vehicle is very long and it's got cabs at both ends, as it's so long it can't be turned around in the tunnel, so it can be reversed both ways down the tunnel without having to turn around. And along we go back to the vent shaft. We've now reached the end of the bore dug section of the second tunnel. And we now go back through the last part of the tunnel back along to the Silvertown slip road. So, to celebrate our successful tunnel mission, let's go on to a rooftop!